Good morning, students. I welcome you all once again for the second academic session of 2020 and 21. I hope you all have enjoyed the Diwali and you all are very well safe and happy at your home with your family members. Today, we are going to start with the sixth lesson of the geography. Right, the name of the lesson is Natural Regions. Now, natural regions means what? First of all, we should know that natural regions means what? There are similarities of climate, vegetation, and animal life in different continents that spread between the certain latitudes, isn't it? So, seven continents are there in the world, children. So, there are similarities in the climate, vegetation, and animal life in the different continents which are spread between the latitudes. These similarities stand out as a distinctive feature, a special feature of that particular continent, of that particular region. So, as these regions stand out on the basis of natural factors, means they are known with their names on the basis of the natural factors, they are well known in the world. So, these natural factors, these regions are called as natural regions. So, we are going to study this in the chapter Natural Regions. Now let us see. Can you tell? This is the first picture you can see. Can you tell? Tick the boxes in the pictures using the index given on page 31. So what we have to do? What is the index given on the page 31? That we have to see. We'll see later on. Means one by one we will be seeing it. Now see, this is the first picture of a house. You can see. This is a house made on the tree. So it is a tree house, right? We find the tree houses rarely in some parts of the we can see in the forest areas where the forest people live in, the tribal people live in, or nowadays we find in the agro-tourism also we get the tree houses to see. Now you can see here, these are the tall buildings. These are visible to us in our surroundings also. Then this is an igloo, the place where it is covered with the snow, ice. Then this is a bungalow, right? Now you can take the place where you live in. Now this is the second part, is the clothing. First we have seen housing. Now second is clothing. You can see here the attire of the man and the woman. Then this person, right? This type of dress, the dhoti, kurta and the turban, that is a topi. Then this is the lungi worn by the man who is standing. This is a different type of dress worn by the tribal people. This also, here this is a ghagra only worn by a woman. Then here also, and this one, means these are the different types of clothing senses given to us. The people wear different types of clothes in different regions as per the climatic conditions. Then let us see the flora and fauna. Flora and fauna means what? Plants and animals. Now this is a coconut tree. Here also you can see a particular type of tree is shown to us. Then here is a camel. Then this animal, this is what? A child of a kitten it is, right? Then here you can see a different type visible. Then here is a fox. This is also different type of what? You can say a plant. You can see plant. It's not an animal, it's a plant. Then we can see, wow, your food items, different types of food which you all enjoy, children. You can see this is a thali system which you enjoy in the hotels. You get many types of dishes in one particular thali. Then this is your favorite pizza. Then here also you can see here, I think this is pani puris and the idli and what, so many delicious things they have shown over here. And these are what? These are the dry spices which are used, right? Dried ones. So many things they have shown in the boxes. You can take what you are enjoying, right? Let us see the second slide now. Geographical explanation of what we have seen. There are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soils, etc. in different parts of the world. Of course, children, everywhere it is not the same. Let us continue the geographical explanation, children. There are differences in terms of landforms. Now we all know, children, landforms means what? The land area. It is not even everywhere. Somewhere we have the plains, the plateaus, the oceans, the rivers, the mountains, the valleys. Means this is a landform. You do not have the same type of the land area everywhere. Then climate of every region is different. It is not the same. Soils, you will find different type of soils in the different parts of the country and in the world, etc. in different parts of the world. This difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. So what are the main factors responsible? That is the sunlight and the water available in that region. The availability of sunlight and water keeps on changing from equator to the poles. Yes, equator receives the direct rays of the sun. Therefore, we receive more heat. Whereas when you go towards the polar regions, that is the pole, from equator to the poles, the rays become slanting. So, we get less heat on the less sunlight on the polar regions, both in the north and the south pole. You have studied this in the previous standards. In the previous chapter also, children, we have studied the pressure belts and the temperature zones. Remember, differences in landforms, climate and soil greatly influence the flora, fauna and human life. So, plant life, animal life as well as the human life is affected because of this landforms. Right? And give rise to variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. And so these things give rise to what? The biodiversity, the different features. Diversity means what? The different features in the different parts of the world. On the other hand, there are similarities of climate, vegetation and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. Now what do you find? See, temperature zones are there, pressure belts are there. So pressure belts occupy a smaller area, temperature zones occupy a larger area, right? So what is happening? We find similarities also, but similarities in the climate of two particular places. We can find near about the same climatic conditions are prevailing. Then vegetation, then animals found in different continents which are spread between the certain latitudes, right? These similarities stand out as the distinctive features of these regions. Distinctive means what? Special features of those particular regions. So these similarities, see, differences are also there and similarities are also there. So these similarities in the different regions about the climate, vegetation and the animal life are also the special features of these regions. As these regions stand out on basis of natural factors. So these regions are standing out means how they are known to us on the basis of the natural factors. Therefore, they are called natural regions. So these regions are called as what? Or which regions we can say? Natural regions, because they occur naturally on the earth. The natural environment of such regions affects the living world including human beings. So children, as per the climatic conditions, as per the environment, our life also is dependent on the same thing. Our food habits, our clothing, our houses, everything is dependent on the environment where we are living in. The entire land on the area on the earth. The entire land area on the earth can be divided into these natural regions. So we can divide the whole of the land area into the different natural regions. Let us try to understand their distribution with the help of maps and tables given in this lesson. So we are going to study in detail in this chapter about the different natural regions. Continue with our picture reading, children. Index, it is given, see. I use or I experience, you will put a tick mark. I have seen an asterisk mark, and I do not know about it, a cross mark. So we were seeing about the houses. Now you can see this type of house where you find cities in the snow covered region. The whole area is covered with the snow. These are the mud houses. Then these are the kral type of houses where it is surrounded by the huts, right? Now you can here see this is a beautiful sari which Indian women wear. Then It's a dress of a tribal, this one. Then it's a dress of Muslim people from the United Arab Emirates or the Gulf countries. They wear burqa and the men wear full cotton type of kurta. Then here is a dress of Ghagra Odni from Rajasthan and Gujarat. Again the dresses of the tribal people we can see which they are wearing. Then here is the flora and fauna trees, penguins, a tall tree, polar bears, and this is what? That is the coniferous tree and the river flowing. It is found in the Himalayan region, Himachal Pradesh. Then here again the diet which is shown to us. Dal, rice, chapati, bhaji, curd and all. Balanced diet. Then here again a different type of diet is shown. Food habits, different foods. Then here is your favorite burger which you all enjoy. Then the dry fruits we can see here. And this is the food from the Kerala street, right? I hope you all enjoy this food items with your neighbors, those who are living with you in the neighbor, isn't it, during the festival time. On the basis of the selection you have done and the questions given below, arrange a discussion in the class. Now till now we have done what, children? The picture reading. We have read the picture and we have seen different types of houses. Now the question is, why are all the house types shown in the pictures not seen in our surroundings? Why these type of houses are not seen in our surroundings? Because of the climatic conditions. The surroundings, because they are shown, the pictures in the houses which are shown over there, what is it? Those climatic conditions are not prevailing here, so we are not able to see such type of houses in our surroundings. Those village huts and all we find in the village areas. In our surroundings we find what? The tall apartments and what? The bungalows. So such type of houses are visible. Which are the regions where such type of houses are found? So in which regions these type of houses are found, that we have to find out. Would you like to stay in a house built of ice? Why don't we build such houses? अगर कोई घर बर्फ में बना हुआ है तो तुम्हें बर्फ में रहना पसंद है क्या? Would you like to stay in a house built of ice? बर्फ के घर में रहोगे क्या तुम? Why don't we build such houses? और हम लोग क्यों नहीं बनाते? Because we are not living in a area where it is totally covered with the ice, children. If we are going to build a house of the ice and we will stay over there, the ice is going to melt, right? So we are not building such type of houses. What brings about differences in people's clothing? Why the clothing is different, right? It is because of the climatic conditions. Where do you think khubs, insects and ants also form a part of the diet of the people? खबूज, insects and ants also form. लोग उनको भी खाते हैं. किस जगह पर खाते हैं और क्यों खाते हैं? That we are going to study in this chapter. Can the animals from polar regions like polar bears and penguins can be kept in the tropical zoos? Can we keep them in the tropical zoo? No, because in the tropical area it is hot, whereas polar bears and the penguins, they live in the cold deserts, cold areas. So it is not possible. Are all the plants shown in the pictures found in our surroundings? No. If not, where do you think they can be found? They can be found in the particular regions where the climatic conditions are favorable for them. There exist a large number of different things in the world than those we see in our surroundings. Of course, our surrounding, our world is limited, children. We are not able to explore the whole world, and that is why we do not have the knowledge about the whole world. What are the things in our world? We see different educational and informative TV programs about wildlife. Of course, you will be experiencing the Discovery Channel, isn't it? You will find different things they are showing on the Discovery. The different animals, the insects, then you can see the birds, then the people living over there, the forest areas, the trees found over there, animals found, everything is shown, isn't it? We become curious to know more about this wildlife, and we have the anxiety to know many things. Oh, why it is, from where the animals are getting their food, how they are living in. Many questions arise in our mind. Why is this wildlife not seen in our areas? Why we do not see all the animals in our surroundings? Why are they not similar to the wildlife found in our areas? What causes this difference? Let us try to find the reasons behind all this. So in this chapter, when we are going to study the natural regions in detail, we will find the answers of all these questions, children. Now let us study the definition of natural region. For that is a basic thing which you should learn. A natural region is a basic geographic unit. Okay, it is a geographical unit. Usually it is a region which is distinguished by its common natural features. So what are the common natural features? Natural अपने आप nature में occur होते हैं. So they are the natural features of geography, that is geographical factors, geology, the living world, and the climate. So all these things are included in the natural region. So this is the definition. A natural region is a basic geographic unit. Usually it is a region which is distinguished by its common natural features of geography, geology, and climate. This much only, children. Today's period will continue in the next lecture. You will read the lesson. You will learn the definition. Okay. Thank you.